Welcome back. It is good to see you. I hope all is well. I am really excited about today's video because I'm going to share with you a hack that I recently did in my office that has really improved my life. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not the most groundbreaking thing, but it is something that has really helped. It was cheap, it was easy to do, and my overall workflow, my virtual office space, so many things were improved because of this simple hack. Now, I'm going to share that with you in just a second, but before we do, if you haven't done so already, please do go ahead and subscribe down below and hit the thumbs up button on this video. It really is helpful, but only if you want to. There is no pressure. So what's the hack? Well, I have made this completely immobile desk completely mobile. Look at this. This desk, this is actually I think it's a mid-century mini desk from West Elm. Regardless, it was never supposed to be movable like this. But with my hack, it's now on wheels and I can move it wherever I want. So why is this helpful? Well, one, and I've talked about this in other videos, which I'll link somewhere up here and I'll put down below as well. It's really important to think about your online presence. Now, I'm not talking social media and what you write online, but what does your office space look like on Zoom calls and conference calls, right? So your background, your lighting, all that kind of stuff. And traditionally, a desk is positioned somewhere well, at least for me, in New York City, where space is so limited. My furniture is positioned in the office in a place that saves as much space as possible. And typically where the desk was positioned did not take into account lighting or background or anything. So that was a problem. However, now I can take this desk, my nice kind of official desk here, and slide it around so that I have a nice background. I could be near a window. And if I ever want to change it up, I can simply just move it around, right? So that's really cool. And in relation to that, before having this mobile desk, I, of course, wanted to be with, near good light, and I wanted a good background. So instead of moving this desk around and lugging it out and trying to drag it, I would actually just take this, what's over here, but I have a table in this office as well. And it's not really a desk, but I would take it out, I would slide it to a place where I wanted in the room, and then I would take everything off this desk and position it on top of the table so that it was more like a desk than a table. Now, this involved a ton of setup and breakdown. I was essentially just taking this desk and transferring it over there. And that's just a hassle. Not to mention, it's nicer to sit at an actual desk as opposed to a table. So now I no longer need to set up or break down. I just simply wheel this around, no moving of parts at all. Take it, wheel it, put it wherever you want. This is awesome. So how did I do it? Well, let me share with you that process now. All right, so the first thing to get wheels on your desk is to flip it upside down because we need to see the bottom of the legs, all right? So I'm actually gonna switch cameras here real quick. So once you flip it upside down, you're gonna see a little black part that probably looks like this. This is called a leveler, all right? So you're gonna take that out and unscrew it and it should pop right out, all right? And then from there, you're actually gonna see another piece and I think this is called a threaded insert. At least that's what it was called when I Googled it, a threaded insert, all right? And that it looks like a hex key to take it out. So once you take those things out, you will just have a leg with nothing in there. It should just be wood with, looks like a drill hole down there, all right? Now, this is where I ran into some problems. When I originally took out the leveler, I knew this was a 1/4-20. Pro tip here, if you go to Home Depot or any hardware store, they actually have these like measuring thing. I don't know what they are, but you can go screw these in, or any screw in general, and kind of find out what measurement it is. So when I went to Home Depot, I saw that this was a 1/4-20, right? So I originally only took this out, and then I went online and I bought casters that had 1/4-20 screws on them. And I thought I can just screw them right in to the leg after taking out the leveler. However, I was wrong. I got the casters, tried to screw them in, they didn't fit. So what actually the problem was that the threaded insert and the leveler, yes, they are 1/4-20, but they did not fit the caster. The threads didn't match up. I think one was thick and one was thin. So what I did was I took the caster back to Home Depot. I made sure it was 1/4-20, which it was. And then at Home Depot, they actually have a whole bunch of different threaded inserts. And so I asked someone there if I could see them, and they let me screw them on. And essentially, I got a new threaded insert that matched like the size of this one, the outside. So it screwed right back into the leg, but the threads on the inside fit the caster. Voila. Then I screwed it all back in. I had the caster, the insert, and now I put all 4 on, and now I have a mobile desk. And so this is how you can also make your desk mobile. I promise you, it's gonna make life so much easier. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Hopefully you learned something. I would love to know any other DIY tricks that you have as well. Put those down below in the comments. But until then, I look forward to seeing you soon.